Hi, hello, welcome to the video. As you can probably tell by the title, today we're going to be storing photo cards only for BTS, but actually a lot of it is going to be postcards, because like you can see my stack here, a lot of it is postcards. BTS is the only group that I collect postcards for, because they're my alts, but I know that postcards are not necessarily like the most exciting for other people to watch, but it's like going to be integrated, so I don't know if you can skip around. Like, I'm not going to do photo cards and then postcards because a lot of them go in the same binders as the photo cards, so we'll just do it together. But yeah, I don't really have much to say, so we're just going to get started. So first up, we're going to do this binder, which is Korean album cards. I did take out, I think, all of the fillers, both because I needed them for other stuff and because I have a lot of Persona cards, and Persona confuses me greatly because the sets are not clear. Okay. So the first thing we have for this is J-Hope. So I did buy, and I'm still like buying a lot of their Korean album cards because my initial goal was, when they all enlisted, was to have finished this collection by the time they got back. But they are almost out. They're out in like less than 2 weeks, or they start to come back. Yoongi is back in maybe 3 weeks because he has a little bit more. So yeah, obviously that's not going to happen. That's not going to be the case, but I do still really want to make a lot of progress on this before the end of the year. If not finish it by the end of the year. That's my goal. But also, like, we'll see how it goes. I do have some more of this set coming. I probably actually have an extra Tay. Because I find when I buy photo cards like in rapid succession that I forget to mark them off, and I end up buying dupes more frequently. Whoa. Okay, and then I have Jimin for this one. I don't know why it doesn't want to focus on anything. But yeah, so my plan is, because Meow Cafe is coming out with 2-inch binders, initially I was going to get Prism Platinum because, or yeah, like whatever they rebranded to, alt bias. I really need to get a lot more JKs because he's going to be the hardest. Yeah. I was going to get Prism Platinum because I really like their like A5 binders that have the like the cardboard and the, whoa, that is not a spot. But when they make A4 binders, they don't do the same thing that they do for the A5 binders, which, like, I respect because it makes sense to not want to do the same thing all the time, but it is like kind of annoying because I'm like, well, I like that style and I know other people like that style, but Meow Cafe is coming out with something that's similar in the A4. So, or they came out with it and they're restocking it. So I'm gonna get a couple of those. I think I'm gonna get one for like the chapter 1 stuff, and then I'm gonna get one for the albums that they start releasing for when they come back, because I do have like a solo binder, so that's its own thing, but I'm gonna need a binder when they come back. Yeah, so then I'm gonna get like new pages and stuff, but I've been kind of contemplating if I want to switch before I've completed the collection, or just like keep everything in this binder until I've completed the collection. Because I don't like these pages. They're kind of weird. So I'm just gonna get new pages and everything. Yeah. I just feel like because I'm storing stuff, I'm touching everything more and it makes it dirtier quicker, which is frustrating. And I don't really want, like, if I'm gonna spend a bunch of money on like Meow Cafe pages and on like pages off Amazon, which is what these are, then I want to keep them clean and nice, you know? And like they're gonna have that like case on them, so that'll help with that. But if I'm touching it, things still get grubby. Okay, I don't have anything for that. And then I have a few mots. So yeah, I also want to work on the mots albums a lot. It is more tricky though, because now they've reprinted, like they're doing a new press where the backs have blue lines. Like I'm sure you can't see on camera, but the backs of the Mott's albums have like very faint white crisscross lines, and they made them blue, and I like don't want any of those, so I feel like it's gonna be a little bit harder to find what I'm looking for, because most of the time you can tell it's a new press because they have more rounded corners, but I don't know if the Mott's ones do have the same rounded corners or if they just have the blue backs. So yeah, I would like to finish these sets before like the blue back ones are kind of the only thing on the market. Not that there's ever been a shortage of older press stuff, but that's my personal goal, because I feel like with the early eras, like the ones that have just one set per era, I'm gonna be getting a newer press anyway, so like it doesn't really matter if I wait, because obviously first press for a 10-year-old album is a lot harder. I have this Tay. I think this Tay is fake, because like I don't know if you can see the difference on camera, but like that's fake, right? I mean, I'm just gonna put them in because I took the filler out and I just want a placeholder, but I'm gonna have to go back and like unmark him on my templates, which is frustrating, but c'est la vie. I did see a thing that was like, BTS album cards are like getting so good that you can't tell if it's fake unless you've pulled it like from an album yourself. And I'm like, okay, but that's simply not true. And that was all I had. Yeah. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is continue on in the vein of album cards. Oh, this is really reflective. I didn't realize. Okay. This is my Japanese album card binder. I don't have too much for it. Okay, the thing I have is this, which is this. I don't know if you can see it. It's like technically a card sleeve. It was a pre-order benefit when you bought the album when it released, but I like it, so I'm gonna put it in as if it was a group card. It is kind of transparent, but I don't know if it's transparent enough to bother me or if I should put it in a white sleeve. I don't have any white regular size sleeves. Like all the ones I have are Japanese size. So like that's a Japanese size sleeve. I'm planning on getting some regular size sleeves so that I can switch them over so that they're the right size, but for right now it doesn't really matter. It's not a priority. Okay, the next thing I have are these gin cards. I say these as I don't show them to you. I have 4. They're also transparent or translucent. I don't know why they did it like that, but these are pre-orders from, I believe, Japan Fan Club and UMS. I don't know what set goes where. But yeah, so the BTS The Best album is like an anthology album. I think it's kind of the Japanese version of Proof. I'm not really sure though, to be honest. But I did get this set of gin cards for a pretty good deal. So I don't know if I'm going to leave it at just gin or not. I might, like, because I don't love these sets. And if I get just one set, then it messes up the 4-pocket thing. But there is a Weverse pre-order set that is not translucent that's in this concept that I do want to get. Yeah. So I think I'm probably going to get that instead and then like leave this as this. But yeah, I'm not really going based on anything here. I'm just going based on like vibes. I did decide to put these on the outside because I like these better than these. Like, sorry, but I don't love the styling of The Best that much. Like, I do like this set. I don't like this at all. But these are from previous Japanese albums. So this is from DNA and this is from Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I think they're just concept photos that they've already used. Like, I think these are on the flyers, if I'm not mistaken. You'll see the flyers. I'm storing a bunch of flyers. Well, I'm storing these flyers. I have these on the way, so. Okay. And then I have a bunch of postcards. Okay, so the first postcards I have are these, which are for some album. Are these for you? Maybe? But they're Shibuya 109 pre-orders, which I think is you had to go to a specific like Tower Records or something to get them, but I don't really know. Should I do it like this? I think closer above is better. Sorry, there's like a bunch of stuff all over the place because like this binder is not it's not sealed. So like you can feel the rough texture. I don't know if you can hear it of the sparkles, but because it's not sealed, the sparkles like come off sometimes, which is very annoying. Yeah, I think there might be a third one of these, or I might be thinking of something else because I know there's 3 of these. So I have the other one coming, like I have another one coming, but there's 2 that look very similar. So, okay, I think I have to skip a couple pages for the Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And then, sorry, I was just fixing these. Not that they're going to be very fixable because they're just so small in the sleeve, they're just gonna move around. So I might get like paper backing and like not glue them down, but I've seen other people use like these like corners for scrapbooking. Just a bunch of air in these sleeves. And I've just double-sided them. yeah, so they do these like corners for scrapbooking so that like you don't have to glue stuff down to the page. So I might give those a try. Wow, this really doesn't want to line up. But yeah, because I have 2 sets today, and then I have the Blood, Sweat, and Tears, so like it would probably be better if I did that for all of them. But we'll actually see if I ever get around to it, because I notoriously don't do that kind of stuff. But yeah. And then there's JK on the back. There's no group cards for any of these flyers. Which I understand, but I kind of wish there was, because I love group postcards and it would look better than this like blank back. I know that if I put like white cardboard in, that's what it would look like anyway. Oh yeah, this set I got from someone, and I didn't realize it didn't come with a June until like I received it. Which is odd, because I feel like usually sets like this don't come with JK instead, or like Jimin or Tae, because I feel like the Magna line is like the most biased. So usually what people do is like they take their bias and then they sell the rest. Yeah, so I have to find June individually, which is kind of annoying, but wow, those really flung around just when I flipped the page. Okay, the next thing we have is also from the Best, and these are full-size postcards, which is nice. I do appreciate that they've like moved to full-size postcards instead of the flyers, because as much as I love the pictures on the flyers, they are very annoying because they're also so thin. So these are the Best postcards. They are, I think, technically merch postcards, but there's 2 sets because there's 2 concepts. So this is this concept that I like the best. So it's going first. Yeah, like this is the concept that the pre-order benefits are in. And once again, I just double-sided them to make space. These ones do have a group postcard. So I don't know if that's because they're merch or if they're just going forward, going to like keep doing group postcards. I hope they do, because I like them, as I've said. But yeah. Sorry, I'm just pressing air out. And then this is the other concept that I like less. I still think they're like really nice, but I don't know. Purple is my favorite color, so I don't know why I don't like this concept as much, but I think it's because it's more like concept-y, if that makes sense. Like, it just feels like this set was like more planned out and purposeful, where like they had the styling, they had the different sets, they like, this is all the pre-orders, and then this was like, oh, they need a second concept. So let's just dress them in purple and put them on a set, you know? But it is what it is. They still look nice. And they were pretty cheap. I got them for just a few dollars on Mercari. Like the whole set, not individual postcards. So I don't really mind that they're not my favorite because they're like at the back. Because like with my Korean album cards, I am going to get another binder for chapter 3 Japan stuff, assuming that they do Japanese stuff going forward. I'm assuming they will, but I might leave it in here. Actually, I might do the I keep wanting to say season 3 instead of chapter 3, the chapter 3 stuff in here, because I have to get a new binder. Even though I just got this recently, I have to get a new binder because this is getting too full. And like, there's no photo cards at the front. Like, all of this is just like empty pages, pretty much. Like, there's a bunch of empty pages. So yeah, I'm gonna run out of room in like 4 seconds. So I'm gonna get a D-ring binder, I think, and yeah, do that moving forward. Okay, the next binder I have is super quick because I literally have 1 card for it. I have this card. This is my non-Jin DVD binder. So basically, because they're really expensive, like the DVD cards are very expensive, what I've done is I've decided to do like pages per thing. That doesn't make any sense, but like, you know, this is Memories of 2017. Like, I'm just doing 1 page. I'm not doing all 7 members. And this was supposed to be 5th Muster and Japan Fan Meeting. But I think that this is the 5th Muster JK instead of the 5th Fan Meeting. So I'm going to keep it because I really like it. That's why I bought it and that's why I set up for it. I do like the actual 5th Fan Meeting JK, but if I already have this JK and I want the yoongi in June, then I figure I might just do a page of the 5th Muster instead of like 5th Muster, 5th Fan Meeting. I don't know who I would put to go here. Tae or Jimin, probably. So that I don't have to rearrange this page. And I think that I like the Tae card a lot. Yeah, just like based on the back, I think it's the 5th Fan Meeting. So yeah, I put this on the back because I wasn't sure. I was like, I might move this filler, so I don't want to get rid of the post-it because that's just wasteful. But the thing is, I think these are really expensive, so I don't know if I want to do a full page of those. But there are some other June cards that I want to get for like the Love Yourself tour things, so I might just have like a miscellaneous June page in the end instead of what I was planning, but we'll see. Okay, up next we have this binder, which is my Jin specific binder. I have a few album cards and then I have other cards. I don't know. Okay. So what do I have? This is not Memories. This is Japan Fan Meeting, right? Okay, yes. So I definitely did get the wrong JK because this is the 5th Muster and this is the 5th Fan Meeting. So, okay, good to know. I'll just have to readjust, which means this page is done, which is so exciting because I feel like I have so few done pages. Wow, this is so sad. Okay, I do have a card for this though. This is Memories. Ooh, good question. 2020 because the backs match. So I'm just missing 1 card on this page, which is exciting. because these are way more expensive, so hopefully I can get that one soon. These are crazy expensive as well. And then we're gonna go to the back here, which is like my miscellaneous section. I have this one, which is winter package. So it goes down here. It's double-sided, but I'm just gonna do this side in the front because I like it more. I think it's cute. And then I have this one, which is the Season's Greetings 2017. So it's gonna go here. I actually did buy this one. I thought that I wouldn't be able to get it for a good price, but I got it for a good price. So that's coming, and I'll have this page finished, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I have this one coming, but yeah, 4 pages done. And then I forgot to set this up. I don't have anything for this or this. And then I put this page in because I didn't really know what else to do with these cards. They're like merch box cards. No, they're not merch box, because the merch box are the ones that I have the OT7 sets for. These are fortune boxes, which I think were a thing that they did. And you got, like, you bought a box and then you got, I think you got 2 cards or something. Like, you got a group card, because these were super cheap, so I know that they are more frequent. And then 2 other members, so there's 3 cards per member, but there's only 1 group card. But yeah, it's like a box that you could get that would like give you random merch. Like, you would just pay a certain dollar amount and then they would randomly give you merch. So like you could get clothing and like I don't know if it came with like DVDs, because I know every year there's like a box that comes with DVDs, but these are like specific. So I think it was just like clothes and like magnets and stickers that they sell and stuff like that kind of merch. Yeah, so it would just be a random box. I don't know if like you were guaranteed. Okay, I don't need that page, I don't think. But yeah. I don't know if you were guaranteed to get the like cost value of the box. I'd be really annoyed if you weren't. Like, if I was buying the box and I got something, like everything was worth like half of what the box cost. But yeah, then I just have this gin card from their 3rd Japan fan meeting. I think there's more. But I don't really know about the Japan fan meeting merch. So, because there's this set and then there's like another set of postcards. So I think there's 1 or 2 more of these, and then there's like a whole bunch of other ones. I think there's like 5 or something of the other set. So we'll see if I can get any of those. Who knows? Okay, next I'm gonna do my 2 tour binders, because I literally have 2 cards for each binder. Oh, I didn't even put a page in for these. Hold on one sec. Okay, pages in. I'm gonna put these on the same page, even though they are from 2 different sets. They're from the same era and they're both JK, and I'm tired of having a bunch of pages that are like mostly empty. So this one is gonna go first because this set is gonna go first in the binder. I think this is the Japanese set, and I think this is the Korean set, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'll put it like this. This binder is much fuller, but I still only have 2 cards for it. They are from the same set. I'm slowly working my way through this set. It's just hard because this is like a highly sought after set of cards. So we have Tay, and he's gonna go up here because I'm doing the flower ones up here and the non-flower ones at the bottom. And so I only have 1 more to get for Tay. Obviously there are more cards in his set, but for each member who is not Jin or Yoongi, I'm only getting 1 page. So I'm getting 4, so I'm getting 2 flowers and 2 non-flowers. Yeah, so this page is sad because every other member has at least 2 cards and I only have 1 for JK, which is so unfortunate, but yeah. It's honestly odd that Yoongi is the one that I'm the farthest along for because I need 3 out of 8. And then Jin. Poor Jin. I was considering just like getting Jin's full set and then I would just like have dupes because I am planning on getting all 8. I wasn't planning on getting all 8 of Yoongi's until I got them in like sets and I was like, I might as well. I'm most of the way there. Okay, and then for this binder I have a bunch of cards because I have a few sets. So the first set I have is, did I put in pages for this? Good question. No, I didn't. Did I put in pages for anything? Okay, I put in a couple of pages. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I put in pages. I have no idea if this is how I want it because I don't know. I have no real plan for this binder with the merch stuff. I just kind of put stuff in. So these are Bang Bang Con, the live merch cards. I guess these should technically go in front of these, right? Just chronologically, is that how I'm doing it? Yeah, because I think these OT7 sets are chronological. Bang Bang Con was before Butter. This is so confusing. This is Permission to Dance. What am I doing? What is this binder? Okay, whatever, who cares? Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm probably gonna like move the actual merch stuff into a different binder and then just like have membership stuff. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put these in like this. All the backs are the same, so I'm not gonna show you the backs, but these are for, I believe it was like a charging bank for your phone, like one of the portable batteries. Can you go in? But yeah, I have to get sleeves for these. Like I have to get sleeves for all of the cards in my binder. Like all the tour size ones. I think I'm just gonna get Poke Market ones. Nope. What are they called? Popcorn sleeves. Because I have a Korean address batch open right now because I was buying Jin cards. Because I was buying cards for Jin's new album, Echo, which is so good. Oh my god, I love it. I was really nervous because I was like, how can anything be as good as Happy? Because Happy was perfection. But I think that he did it. He made an album that was as good as Happy. Okay, and then I have these, which are like group cards. that like came with a stand. So basically my thinking was I'm gonna put them here at the start of my merch box cards, because there's a merch box that has one photo card in it. So I think if I like go from merch to merch box, that's probably for the best. How do I want to do this though? Maybe like this? Or like this? I'm gonna do it like this. It's not going to be perfectly chronological, obviously, because that doesn't make any sense, because like this was pretty recent and then the first merch box was a few years ago. But clearly I'm not going for chronological order anyway, so what do I care? And then I think this goes here, but I have this set, which is a merch box set. These are really hard to find because they're so popular. Everyone is obsessed with this set. For obvious reason, they're so cute. This was like they did like a pajama party. I don't know if it was like a fan call kind of vibe, but I don't think they streamed it to the public generally. Like I've seen clips and stuff, but I don't think that there was like a full thing. I don't know, I could be wrong about that. But yeah, like this is the pajama party, so they're all in pajamas. I feel like this has to be more recent than this, like in between these two sets, but whatever, I'll fix it later if it's not right. But I'm actually getting really close to finishing all the merch box and membership stuff, which is very exciting. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave like the general merch and merch box stuff in this binder because they've stopped doing merch boxes. So, right, like I don't think there's more merch boxes forthcoming. Or you had to like be grandfathered in or something. I don't know. But I don't think that there actually is going to be a lot more. And the last merch box they did was like regular PC size, so I don't know. And then maybe what I'm going to do is like take this stuff out and put it in a different binder. Because like this is all chapter 1 stuff. I guess it's chapter 2 as well, because like this set is from chapter 2. And then the set I'm putting in also is from chapter 2. So like I think I'm just gonna keep going with the fan club and like not split it by chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 like I've been doing everything else. I think it's just easier that way, and I can just have like a dedicated binder to these. I think that would be good. I hope they keep doing these because I think they're so cute. I do wish that they kept doing the group cards because I think this is the only group card they've done. Yeah, and there's no group card for this set. But yeah, it's unfortunate. Okay, there we go. And I also need to like make fillers for all these sets, but once again, I don't do admin stuff like that. But yeah, so cute. I just realized most of them are doing peace signs, and then Jimin and Jungkook are not. At least Hyungmin is doing all peace signs, so it looks very cohesive on that page. But yeah. Okay, the last thing I have to do is this binder, which is just my postcard binder. I have a bunch of postcards to go in here, so it's just large inclusions for now on. So if that's not your thing, no worries. But I have to store them. So I have a bunch, and we'll just get started. So the first thing is this postcard, which is from one of the Love Yourself Blu-rays. I couldn't tell you which one. But yeah, it's just gonna go there. I'm not gonna keep it in here because I think that there's probably other Blu-rays from this set that I can get. And I know there's another postcard from like this is a muster, and then there's a fan meeting one, so I'm going to put them on the same page. I'm just not going to do that right now. The next thing I have are these postcards, which are from the Love Yourself Japan. I think these are like a pre-order benefit, or maybe they came with the Blu-ray, I don't know. I've just double-sided these to save space. And postcards. Because I decided to divide this into like category, so it's like all the tour stuff, no matter like where it came from. And the next thing are these postcards, which are from the Love Yourself, the finale. And I just got a set. I think there's like 4 of these per member. I don't know if I'm gonna get all 4, probably not. Probably what I would do is, if I'm gonna get more, I would just get another set, and then just have like 2 per page, so that it would just be member pages. But I can always change my mind. It's also just like not really a high priority right now. I just got these because they were selling them as a set for a good price. So the problem with getting more is that then I would have to like make sure I could get a set that's not dupes, which is more annoying than just buying a set from the get-go. Okay, and then what else do we have? Oh, it's in this bin. I forgot I had these because they were not on purpose, but I'll just store them next time. Okay, in the tour stuff, I have these postcards, which are from the Map of the Soul 1 Blu-ray. I did think they were going to be smaller. Like I thought they would be 2 pocket size, but they're not quite 1 pocket size. So they'll fit in the 1 pocket, but it's kind of annoying. So I'm just going to double side these again. And I really like these postcards because these are the solo stages they did for the Map of the Soul concert. Which was really fun to see, but like I wished that, because like I'm assuming that this set list was the set list they were planning for their actual tour that got canceled. And like I really wish I could have seen that, because I was gonna go to it, and I feel like now, like when they come back, they have so many solo songs now that they're not going to do these solo songs. They'll probably do solo songs, I imagine, because now everyone has at least 1 album, if not 2. So yeah. Nope, the next thing I have is in here, because this is Seasons, Greetings, and Memories. I have these, which are clearly out of order. Hold on. They are just printed photos that you got in the Memories of 2019, I'm assuming, based on Jin's purple hair. But yeah, I kind of wish they had done like actual postcards instead of printed photos. They do printed photos not infrequently, but I don't really understand the reasoning between choosing a printed photo versus choosing a postcard. The main thing is that like, well, printed photos are a lot more delicate because they are just basically a piece of paper. Like I understand that that's also what postcards are, but they're like, at least postcards are cardstock. And then the other thing is that if they were actual postcards, they would have a fun back, and it wouldn't just be like a plain photo back, because they never have group stuff, I don't think, yeah, for any of the memories. Or such. Okay. What was my plan here? I guess I planned to do, because this is TV shows, documentaries. I figured I would put documentaries in here, but I don't know if I should change it because this is technically tour stuff. Like these are photos that they took on their tour, but you got it if you did something with their documentary. Couldn't tell you what. For me, like, it doesn't really matter, like, knowing how everything was originally obtained. Really, the only thing that it helps with is, like, knowing the pricing of stuff, like, how much you should pay. Because if they were, like, free if you ordered the DVD or whatever, like, you shouldn't be paying that much. Not that generally you need to pay a lot for postcards of any group, I imagine. I only collect BTS postcards, so I don't really know. But postcards in general are a lot cheaper than photo cards because they are more in demand. Okay, and then the next thing is this, which is from Break the Soul. I actually don't know which one is supposed to go first, but I just kind of figured I'd start with these because they are two pocket size, and I just think that looks better because these are not fully one pocket size. I think these you did have to order the documentary on Weavers or whatever. I don't think it was Weavers at this point, but like it was a documentary pre-order. I just realized there are quotes on all of them. I didn't even notice that, so I haven't read any of them. Maybe I will at some point. I'm deeply, woefully unprepared. Okay, I need another pocket, but I'm going to do that later off camera. Okay, and then the last thing is this back section, which is merch postcards. So these are Mediheel, and then I have a set of, what are these? VT Cosmetics, which they did a few times, I think. I think they had like a whole campaign with them. Should I have like bought merch photo cards where they're like trying to sell you something? Probably not, but like, sorry, I like these guys too much. And these are not in sleeves because they're too big for the postcard sleeves I have. Like they fit in the pages, but they don't fit in the sleeves, which is annoying. I'm like, if they fit in the pages, they should fit in the sleeves. Because the sleeves should be the same size, right? Like, the sleeves should be the same size as the page. Theoretically. I do think that this page looks the least cohesive, partly because JK is like farther away than everyone else. I guess June is kind of far away, but I just feel like this, they're all like wearing blue and they're all in the same distance. So yeah, I wish JK was more like this. Like Jin's is fine. Like that's a fine distance because he's also looking at the camera, but c'est la vie. All right, so there's that. And that was all I had for today. So if you made it this far, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.